Hey creators, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over a great new light, the Fiveray M20C by Zhiyun. Zhiyun has sent us a review copy to check out today, so let's dive in. This compact yet powerful light comes in a few different versions. We have today to test the M20C version, which is an RGB, and we have the combo kit. It also comes in an M20 version, which is without the RGB function. Personally, I'm a big fan, so I always recommend getting a light that has additional RGB functionality. Next up, as far as the combo kit, there's a lot of cool little add-ons that come with it. So let's dive into the box and I'll show you the difference between the additions and the accessories that you'll probably want to pick up. In this box is the Fiveray M20C by Zhiyun, a powerful fill light that has all the features you're going to need for the studio and out in the wild in this tiny little package, yet super powerful. The M20 and M20C lights all come with a USB-C cable, handy little carry bag, a light, and a bracket. This tiny little light fits easily in your pocket, and you can take it in and out of the bracket as needed. If you get the combo kits, it additionally comes with this diffuser, which is magnetically mounted, a honeycomb grid, and this really snazzy 4-leaf barn door system. The M20C comes with a couple different ways for you to attach it. The bracket has a mounting spot at the bottom for a 3/4 screw, as well as a hot shoe mount. What I love is the magnetic mount attached to the brackets, so you can attach this light anywhere that there's a magnetic metallic surface. If you want to get creative with multiple lights, there are 3 spots for you to attach the hot shoe mount on your existing light, so you can get some really interesting multiple light setups. Let's take a look at some of the light specs for the M20C. This 20-watt light comes with a 4500 milliamp battery. It has a charge time of 2 hours and has a color temperature range of 2500 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin. A dimming range of 0 to 100%, TLCI number of 96, CRI of 94, dB values of 255, 280, and 103. This 20-watt light can run for 40 minutes at full power. So that's 20 watts of power over that full span. As you lower the wattage, you can run longer. So at about 5 watts, it can go for around 3 hours. Now you might be thinking, hey, would I really run it that low? There's been a lot of times where I've run it as a smaller amount just to do product photography and some close-up work where you probably don't need the light at full brightness. A really cool feature that I like is the ability to charge and power the light at the same time. So you can use a power delivery or power bank device, plug it in through USB-C just at the top, and have it charging and running at the same time. So it allows you to go over that 40-minute time slot where maybe you might need a little extra juice if you're doing an extra long film shoot. The M20C comes with 16 different effects modes. There's 10 standard lighting modes that come on both the M20 and M20C, but the M20C with its RGB functionality also comes with 6 additional interesting RGB modes. The M20C comes with a really cool mode called Music Mode. Now what that does is it allows the light to react to audio that it picks up. Now that can range from anything from just listening to us talk to lots of really cool music. So if you're a DJ or someone just trying to look to make their party a little more interesting, you can use this light to create a really cool environment. Let me show you. I have the light set to 3 different color tones right now. Let's play some music and see how it reacts. You can pick up to 7 colors, and any RGB value is up for grabs. That allows you to create a really cool scene where perhaps you're throwing a party and it's red-blue themed. You can set it to alternate between red and blue and react to it. Get a really cool environment. First time setup is very easy. We're just going to power on the light by double tapping. The light's going to come on and ask you for your preference in language. I have it set to English. The left-hand dial is used to scroll through. Tap once to scroll through the menu. Next up, the right-hand dial is used to control the power of the light as well as scroll through the options on the menu. The menu is super easy to navigate. First up, you have your standard lighting mode where you can change the dimness, color value in Kelvin, and all that fun stuff. Next up, we have our RGB menu, standard. There's a shortcut by pressing in once into the right dial, which jumps you through different color ranges. So it's an easy way, rather than scrolling, to get to the different color that you're looking for. Next up, you can actually get very specific with the RGB specific menu. So you can change the RGB values from 0 to 100% to get a very specific color. Next up is our FX mode. You can quickly scroll through all the different modes and options. Each FX may have additional line items in there, such as speed or color numbers and all that fun stuff. So definitely explore that menu. Last but not least is the music mode. You can also press the dial in here to jump from 0, 50, or 100% brightness. So there's a lot of nice little shortcuts built right into the dials. The Fiveray M20C has the ability to connect to your smartphone. Zhiyun has a free app available on the App Store called ZY Vega. Once you download this app, you have the ability to Bluetooth sync it to this and all the other Zhiyun compatible lights. The app has the ability to control brightness, different color modes and preset or custom. You'll be able to go into RGB mode to change the light as you see fit. Something I found extraordinarily cool is the ability to actually use a color picker in the app itself. So you can point at a color, pick the hue or RGB value, and boom, it'll color change immediately to the color you selected. What I love about the app is the ability to control it remotely from across the room. In case you can't really run around to be changing the lights manually, it's really handy to just grab your device and quickly pick the settings that you want. Power, light color, and what's really cool is, again, the ability to connect multiple lights. So we love using 2 lights at a time to really get a interesting duotone setup when in RGB mode. So even in a setup like this, just having the ability to remotely be able to change all your settings is really handy. For example, I can just dim the lights or brighten them by a touch of a finger. So it's really convenient for all the creators out there. Really nice feature to these lights are the built-in fan. I don't know about you, but things can get really hot in the studio. This light here is running at 100% brightness, but you may notice it's not picking up any of the actual fan noise on the microphone. We've tested it around and haven't noticed it being a problem at all. Rather than me just tell you, why don't we just show you? I'm gonna hold the fan right up to the microphone so you can hear when it's an inch away how low it is. It's pretty light. Now that's inches from the microphone, so let's put it in a more reasonable spot, say about 6 feet away, and see if you can hear it at all. 6 feet away, I can't even hear it myself, so there's no way it's going to get picked up on the microphone. So, nothing to worry about. To get creative with these lights in RGB modes, you can set them up very easily by having just 2 different contrasting points. You can put a light on each side and do some complementary or contrasting color schemes to really bring out some interesting vibes to something like your product or portrait photography. You can see here we've got a little studio set up for a product shot of this antique camera that I have. And I'm going to show you some examples of how we've done photos like this out on the streets with a subject. So you can do some really cool portraits. You may have seen some famous New York photographers do some neon light photography. So with a light like this, you don't have to necessarily go and find a neon light. You can create your own in an outdoor or indoor environment. So these are really handy to do creative portraits where you want to add a little touch of RGB color. Here are my final thoughts. It's a 20-watt light, but it feels like it's way brighter than it is. And when you use all the accessories, the diffuser, honeycomb grid, and all that, you can get some really interesting lighting setups, and it hits everything you really need, especially in a home studio like this. A light like this fits in your pocket, and it's really convenient to take around with you. You can throw it in your bag and not have to worry about lugging around a ton of equipment. The ability to use a USB or power delivery charging bank is really convenient to keep this light going that little extra mile that you need. So I never worry about, hey, is this light going to last our whole photo shoot? So who is this light perfect for? creators like myself who maybe are working out of their home or home studios, someone who's doing product photography, photographers out there doing portraits. It's so easy to take around with you both indoors and outdoors. It's very portable light and it might just be perfect for you. If you're looking to pick one up, you'll find some links in the description and potentially maybe a little extra discounts. Hopefully you enjoyed watching today, learned something new, and I answered your questions. Otherwise, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it as quick as possible. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you on the next one.